I'll probably finish this episode. It's so hot. We came across the valley and it's so hot now. I think I'm gonna go back to the falls. I like the lake better. I want to play with Protea. Hmm? Oh, so you'll be returning back to the first realm of the underworld, Mr. Merlin. Quite the shame. Teo, you stupid Teo. I'm not going back. I'm joking. After all, I'm supposed to be, a guard for Protag. So, I was just, expending my feelings about it. It was just me whining, just as a joke. It says, if you can, I would like to be below your wing, Tepeu. I see. Under my wing. Ah, I see. You want to be next to me, simultaneously a shadow figure for you to feel comfort, correct? It looks like Mr. Tepeu and Marine is getting along quite well. It's almost as watching like father and son. Ah. Yes, I have to apologize. Mr. Tepe being a father was a bit rude. I don't know how old this person is after all, and parent. 遺伝子情報の接続元の傍らね。政治から育てることのメリットはわからないけど。It says, yeah, a father and son. A family. AKA a family, AKA transferring through DNA information, right? Ancestry using part of the half each other to create a whole catalyst. The fact that I don't understand the merit of trying to raise them from an infant state, but if you are looking at a father figure or a adult figure for Tepe, in technicality, you all are older than them. If I were to calculate it in human, I believe it's 90 years old, perhaps. Wow. It's not... Yeah, that's quite the age. That's more like a father to an old man, or aka a grandpa. It's as if he is such an old age to this caliber. That means we've been sending him to quite the grinding hurdle. No. It says no. There's no necessity of damage whatsoever. As Dinos, until the day of death comes arrive, our body functionality is optimal and never fades away or deteriorates. Is it perfectly okay with this, though, however, that we leave King Protea over there nonchalantly? I do not know the summoning system sequence whatsoever, but wasn't there any other way we could have taken? Yeah, we have to keep it there, because I think if she went out, she would be controlled by either David, or she would be controlled by anybody else that tries to threat us. He says, thank you so much, Miss Protea. Because of you, we were able to traverse the first realm now so easily. Yeah, it was an awesome cruise. Thanks, Protea. Yes. Even though we technically had a major accident in the middle. What? What do you mean? That's no accident whatsoever. It's merely a conversation. It's merely a interaction with the primordial living things. Going on a journey, you know? Just like going on a journey. Yeah, it's like going on a journey and trying to pet a stray dog. And you get bitten. Something like that is ordinary for the daily beings, right? That's definitely Miss Olga Murray, director's experience, but I believe it's best for me to keep quiet to comment on it, right, Senpai? That's... So, then my job here is done, correct? So, thank you, everybody. Huh? What? What are you talking about? Why are you staying here? Aren't you a friend of Karudea? Why don't you just come along and... Unfortunately, that's impossible, my lady. Even though she was... even though in technicality that she was free from the mask, King Protea cannot leave the underworld, the underworld realm. Without Stormborder, without Protag as an actual master. The only reason she was able to fully function herself in the realm of the underworld is because she was the guardian of the underworld. Yes. In technicality, I was summoned in the Stormborder, but before I could contract with Master and connect our magical passes together, I fell in Mictora. It says, unfortunately, due to the fact that my magical forgery, or my aka magical reserve, is quite the amount, I myself, but that stupid, that weird bat-looking thing, binded me forcefully and recruited me in, saying that if I were to become his guardian, I would obtain more strength. I see. So Kamaso already met you first, didn't he? So I bet Kamaso used his command seal on her. That stupid bat. It says, that useless, doing something unnecessary, how annoying thing he did. It says, priest, do something. This guardian, or gate guardian, or whatever, this black work site, aka, bad corporation, why don't you just make her lose that title? Unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do. I can probably take care of the concept of sorts, but it is this matter of physicality that's implemented into the Saint Graph. In order for King Protea to be outside the realm of the realm of the Nether, means that she needs to revert back to her original state. So, if she were to return, then if she were to retire, and then if we were to resummon her and board her once again, then... If you are not considering the risk of resummoning, yes, I believe that is quite the good idea. However, King Protea is a divine class servant. The possibility of able to summon her once more is slim to none. And even if you were to, she will not be exactly the same replica she stands before you. A same heroic spirit. Just because it's the same heroic spirit and the same body and same memory, that does not mean it's the exact, it's zero to none, slim to none, to able to meet the exact same person that you've met from before, that we see. That is the fate of all servants. You, Olga Murray, miss, I hope you've learned that lesson as well. What? This system is that inconvenient? Whoever thought about it is insane, I think. Thank you very much for being sad for me. But it's not all bad thing, you see. Because ever since I've been implemented Sochinatoru, I might have kind of gotten alterfied, but at least at this current pace, I'll be able to be in the first realm of the underworld without a master and still be. So I'll be waiting for all you. I'll be waiting for all of you here, and if there was an opportunity for you all to return one more time, then that time I'll do my very best to use my full strength. No matter what kind of enemy it is, I won't lose to him. Alter Ego, King Protea, no matter what happens to her, will always be protagonist's servant. Very cutie patootie. Thanks, King Protea. It says Protea is stronger than we ever think of, mentally and physically. And if we reach the storm border, we'll figure out a way. Yes, I suppose so. I do feel a bit bad leaving her all alone. But if you were to say otherwise... Epeu, you didn't talk too much about Protea, or talk to her too much, but you worried about her, huh? Maybe you become like her. Her horns are pretty cool after all. In that circumstances, these type of creatures that can stable on water is quite complex, difficult, is what I feel. Like I've stated before, humanity, Dinos, are mainly living those on the land, and those who lives in water or lives among the sky is very rare and peculiar. We who only see the world view in one side perspective will probably not able to come to a common sense, however. Some things like the shapes looks different, the size might be different, a simple reason of sort. Leaving her alone such as that is very heart-reckoning. That's... Miss Mash. Can you contact the border? Ah, yeah. Can you contact the border through communication, perhaps? It says, 48 hours ago, we contacted our last transmission. It was due to the malfunctioning of the communication device, I believe. I see. So we don't know their situation, I suppose. If we were going to worry about it, should we not worry about the border, then one servant? Even though they are the staff that has been very recommended. A staff that have been veteran throughout the many proper human history versus the Lost Belt. This is Micthoran of Hybrid. What if scenario were to happen? It would be way too late. After all, humans are not as sturdy as servants, you see. I know. I understand that. Let's go, Mash. I see. However, with that being said, let us all prepare yourself. It seemed from the sky a massive amount of meat-eating insects are approaching us. It is quite ironic that dinos are herbivores, yet these bugs are carnivorous. And at the same time, we must be careful to the over. We must be careful of having any heat strokes. Oh no, excuse me. It's not heat strokes. It's spelled heat with disease. It's more like a contact, right? AKA infection contact. Yes. そうですね。爬虫はディノスの生態度を一瞬だけ貫通し、口から死を襲撃し。This is yes. Those bugs, right? Those little vermins definitely can pierce through our life force barrier. Just merely a second, pierce them and inject poison toxin from their mouths. However, the poison does not do any physical damage to the cellular. However, it gives a signal to the brain of pain that is immense enough to lose consciousness. And with that, in order to avoid from tremendous pain that gets recepted to the brain scepter, we end our own life. That is the number 6 way of us Dino can die from. I see. So no matter how weak these life forms may be, they always have a technique or a weapon that can even destroy the strong. I see. I see. As expected of a South America. The weak eats the strong sequence does not apply, I suppose. Why are you laughing? You can't be laughing. Does that mean if we get infected, we're gonna get pain that we want to feel like we're gonna die too? Protag, please. Shoo them away. Shoot. Feels good. Oh, day turned into night. We're taking a break. Oh, we got a little jungle hut. Sorry, everyone. I'm not useful whatsoever. What? You're still worried about that, Marine? It says, yeah, we're in an unknown land. The atmosphere and visibility is close to crap. And with the heat of this, with the super signature heat, simultaneously, with the enemies encountering from the sky. It's okay that you don't notify it. After all, Mash's Ortenausu didn't detect it till too late, too. Yes. It says, yes. I sincerely apologize that we did not... it did not detect the threat of the bugs whatsoever. My apologies. That's not Mash's fault, you know? It says, if anything goes wrong with the machine, following it up is the job of the scout or recon. It says, yeah, you're helping me out quite a lot. But if you want to help more, you want to help me out with a little combat training then? Yeah. I want to help. After all, I'm a, water soldier too, you know? AKA Navy, right? Navy warrior. I want to do some martial arts. However, Marine, I sincerely recommend we take a quick rest, because going out in these dense forests at night is quite dangerous. A giant snake, aka Coaruto, that can close the gap between us in super speed, while we cannot detect it. And Shiba Kutori, a large bird. The large bird that will not be able to be detected until we get too close. And simultaneously, these carnivorous flying buggers. And on top of that, there are multiple dinos that have lost intelligence. The iron rule of Mictlan is that when the sun comes, until the sun comes, you go to sleep, and you would move together with the sun for its safety. Okay, then I'll be on Overwatch first then. No, that's perfectly all right, Marine. It says, yeah, after that current fight, I've concocted a wave, aka pheromone. Not really pheromone, it's vibration. There we go. I've concocted a vibration that would notify the bugs to hate for. So we've created a semi-barrier that'll alleviate the bug problem. It's essentially like, you know, it's a wave, right? Like, what's the word? It's not sonic wave, but it's a pulse. It's like an emitter that the bugs don't like. And if there's any enemy life forms to get too close, Orthodox will notify us right away. So I believe everybody can go to sleep safe and sound. Vibration, it's like infrared, right? Like echo loco. It's like sound wave pulse. It's like a echo. It's not echolocation. The best word to describe it is vibration, right? It's essentially the quote unquote frequency. That's the word. Yeah, the MASH specifically created a frequency that the bugs hate. It's not sonar, it's frequency. And now she technically have created a barrier around us that would make the bugs avoid that certain location, because the frequency essentially, you know how frequency goes, like white noise and shit, and there are some noise that you hate and some noise you like. It's essentially, the frequency is now adjusted so that the bugs will not be near us. Essentially a barrierless barrier, right? Like, it's not a physical barrier, but it is a frequency barrier. Mosquito repellent, pretty much. That's how it's going to be used as. I see. Then I'm gonna use Shurafu. Yeah, sleeping bag. I like these little circle-y stuff, you know? And it gets all warm and snuggly. How fascinating. Using sound that the bugs hate to repel them away. It says, yeah, while fighting, instantly learning about its features is quite abnormal. I see. So that's what proper human history, that's what proper human history's humanities. Little by little, you would, fill in the blanks of the world of the white with these circumstances. Hmm. 埋めなくてもいいマスも埋める自業自得を絵に描いたような人類だかな。It says, well, they also fill in the space where they don't need to whatsoever. They're selfishly painted. They'll selfishly paint wherever the hell they want. That's what humanity's about. It says, yeah, 熟フルなどその至るものだ。It's like, that's merely an aftertaste, or merely a small insignificant of what they do. Energy を得るためとはいい、自ら有効な素質を乗れ流す。Yeah, it says necessity of energy, they would they would downpour an unnecessary material that they would create. Humans are weird when it comes to technological and technological charts and their way of doing things. It's dumb. It says, yeah, if they were a actual decent life force, they would experiment with everything ready to go. Essentially, u-olga Murray is saying, if they're a decent life force, aka smart, living Homo sapiens, they would essentially do everything all around, from experimentations to cleaning up, sanitary and safely. Once everything is all in the checklist, they would do their experiments necessity without causing any negative harms. However, this proper human history's humanity always try to strive for the biggest and the best results. It says being too smart is just not thinking enough. I believe that was a word that said by someone. But anywho, Tepu, you shouldn't evaluate high on proper human history. It says only if they were to revolutionize and clean up more energy consumptions and recyclization. And once the fusion sequence is stabilized more than ever before, then perhaps maybe we can honorarily change the humanity to an alien type's, honorarily 宇宙人人型生命と認められたらいいけどね. Yeah, once that's done, I'll give you an honorary title of a life force of an alien human. What is an honorary alien humanoid life form? A humanity that's worthy to be ruled by me. Okay? Yeah, so she's definitely the work of Shiba, or aka Karadesu. It says you can almost say it's a humanity 100 years from now, I suppose. Can I ask you a question? I was, parentheses, very concerned from the get-go. But, why are you the president of the Earth, Miss Yu? No, it's not that there's anything wrong to be a president of the Earth, but what is your reason to become a president in general? Come on, Mash. What kind of question is that? Why must I answer it every time? That's a nice Japanese reference there. Because it says, I want to hear it, and says, "You wa doshite presidento ni?" So if you guys don't know the second option, there's a TV show called Why Are You in Japan? And the quote goes, "You wa doshite Nihon ni?" Right? That's a TV show reference, which is pretty good. Why do you want to be a president? Huh? Wait. Are you making fun of me right now? Fine, I suppose. I guess I'll give you an answer to that presidential candidate question. The reason I came here above all else to this planet is because I heard the agony scream. So I came from the imaginary stars. The fact that this planet has called upon thee There's no way that I will not make this planet my own now that I've arrived this far. And with that said, unlike that Kama Soso, trying to proclaim as a king is not anytime soon to be revealed. I and what I'm going to be in charge of is not the minuscule of humanity. However, this entire planetary sanctuary, a sanctuary of both intellectual body and its growth. That is what I am here to manage. A very peaceful and logical president, in order to create a history of both official and smooth and logical, so that all different types of humanity and all sequence of thought process of ideology can come together. That's kind of the world I want to make. A world that accepts one another. Therefore, I'm going to be the president. I will be the one to be the directors of all of you, and I will be your representative. And I am the one that will bring upon results. That is something that I think wanted to become. So yeah. Oh, that's what Olga Murray wants. The current plan and reasoning or whatsoever currently is blank due to not being able to remember, but anywho, for me, for me, that's what it means to, quote unquote, rule over, okay? In order to do that, yes. In order to do that, I have to. In order to do that first, I have to make everything a blank sheet. And these foolish these humans that are so foolish, I have to. Director Olga Murray, are you okay? Ooh, how many times do I have to tell you? Who's this director you're speaking of? It says, yeah, you. During the temple and during the cavern, during that time, and now, you say something weird every so often. No. 神殿なんて何言ってるのかしら。いえ、洞窟が初めての書体だよね。Oh! 神殿。Kind of poggers, kind of poggers, kind of poggers, kind of poggers. So, she vaguely remembers our encounter during 5.2 right here. And so she goes, no. At the cavern should be our very first time meeting, correct? At the temple, or aka altar. What kind of thing are we talking about here? Well, whatever. Yeah. Since you have a very bad of imagining or remembering things, I will keep this quite simple for you. I am going to be the great presidente, the great prime minister of this entire planet that has now been corruptified and corruptified by the foolish humans, humanity, because of the corruption of humanity. I am now here to eradicate the evil of the planet. I have arrived to correct thee. この星の邪神を廃し正すために現れたもの、愚かな人間、愚かな人類の指導者、偉大なる国家市民、or fuck, I forgot how you say prime minister. How do you say prime minister in Japan? It should be no. It's yeah. It should be shusho. That's what it is. Or what's the word? What's the word? There's a more word to this. Yeah. So essentially, she wants to get rid of the planet, right? Of evil. There's an evil within this planet. I have arrived to correct thee. In order to run the humanity that is so foolish, I'm going to become a AKA elective, right? The head, the one, not really the ruler, but president, AKA the representative of the. That is me. That is you. That is Olga Marie. Are you satisfied? It says, yeah, I said that, but if you're going to watch over these foolish humanity, then what? You're saying that there's more high intellectual living creatures outside the realm of space, you're saying, instead of us? Ha! How stupid are you? I never said once just because they're foolish, they're not bad. And besides, yeah, humanity isn't the only foolish thing, you know. And in basic technicality, all intelligent things are quite foolish, are they not? Due to the fact that we make our own mistakes, and because of that, the space gets rewritten or gets updated. That's actually pretty smart. That's actually a very interestingly logical way of saying things. Even though I said it so boastfully. I wonder when my body will actually listen to me. Yeah, I wonder how long will it take for my actual body to listen to me. May, aka Jindui Shikuru Kanki 4% に低下. Oh, she's actually dying, I think. It says humanity vessel output is lowered itself to 4%. Information functionality and gathering sequence main has been completely crashed. Yeah, I can't be a secretary, nor can I be a vice, or even to be president at this rate. But anywho, on top of that, what really am I in the first place? She's quite